Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So a couple of years ago, there was a petition that was raised, and this petition requires immigrants to actually sign. And I think you need to have a total of 100,000 signature for this petition to be debated in the House of Parliament. However, with I think about over 50,000 different signatures, the House of Parliament decided to debate on the conversation about the number of years required for healthcare workers to applying for the indefinite leave to remain should be reduced from 5 years to 2 years. So that was the purpose of the petition, and this was debated by the House of Parliament during the course of the week, and there was a decision made on um, you know, that particular petition. And it's really surprising because it's a conversation of having healthcare workers not having to wait for 5 years before they can apply for the indefinite leave to remain. And the parliament already made a decision whether to accept or reject this petition to reduce the number of years from 5 years to 2 years. So I'll be sharing with you the full details about this and more information about what you need to do or what you need to avoid if you're looking at getting your indefinite leave to remain in the UK as a worker, whether you're on the health and care visa or the skilled worker visa. Then you should want to stick to this video for that information. And if you're coming across this channel for the first time, please do want to hit on the subscribe button to join the amazing growing family. And my returning subscribers, thank you guys for being here. I really do appreciate you guys. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. When I saw this petition a few weeks ago, I knew the chances of this being approved or accepted is very low because the House of Parliament making a decision whether to reduce the number of years it takes to get your indefinite leave to remain as an healthcare worker from 5 years to 2 years. That's like a big jump, in my own opinion. Really, I might be wrong, but I just feel 2 years might not really be a good idea. Probably, if the petition was to reduce it to like 4 years or 3 years, that might still probably be considered. But 2 years, I don't really think it was going to be a good idea. But anyway, I also signed the petition just to see if this will be relevant or helpful for those on the health and care visa to getting their indefinite leave to remain earlier than having to wait 5 long years to get this particular permanent residence. Now, this e-petition 631412 is seeking to reduce the time that foreign healthcare workers in the UK have to wait to qualify for indefinite leave to remain from 5 years to 2 years. The petition closed on the 20th of July 2023 with 52,000 signatures, but has been selected by the petitions committee to debate despite not reaching the usual 100,000 signature threshold. So ideally, you should get 1,000 signature, 100,000 signature for the debate to even be brought up in the House of Parliament. For some reason, the petitions committee decided to bring this particular petition on board for debates. And the decision made by the House of Parliament was actually explained, which I'll be talking about shortly. But I just feel, come on, 2 years. That's low. I know some people probably argue that, oh, you've got other developed countries like Canada, whereby you can actually even get your permanent residence before even moving into the country, which is quite reasonable. However, I just want to put that for UK, it's going to be a tough thing because of how their immigration system works. Reducing that to 2 years might not be a good idea for them. One financially, it's not going to be financially wise for them to reduce it. You know how much they get to collect on visa application fees and all of that. So getting your permanent resident early enough will reduce the kind of cost they get to get off immigrants looking at moving or living in the UK on different visa categories. Anyway, so the government made a response. So the government's response to the petition explained that the standard eligibility period for ILR is 5 years based on applicants building up ties and an ongoing commitment to the United Kingdom. This 5 years qualification period applies in almost all visa categories, including health and care worker visa. So yeah, some organism, every other visa category requires to stay in the UK for more than for up to 5 years before you can apply or become eligible for indefinite leave to remain. But that does not apply to some other visa categories. So for example, if you go on go.uk today, you'll see that if you're on the global talent visa or you are on the innovator founder visa, you're only required to be on those visas for about 3 years. Then after 3 years, you then become eligible to applying for the indefinite leave to remain. So yeah, if the conversation was about reducing it to 3 years, that might probably still be considered, but 2 years, come on, guys. Anyway, so what it was not accepted Now, people granted ILR can live in the UK with no time limit or visa conditions. They are no longer tied to a sponsoring employer and can claim benefits if financially eligible. It also enables the person to apply for British citizenship after another year. ILR is sometimes called settlement or permanent residence. So that's really for those who are probably wondering what the ILR is all about. And for me, I just think ILR is just one should I say one status in the UK that gives you some level of should I say comfort in a way, not comfort per se, that might not be the right word to use, but give you some level of settlement. That's the right word to use, whereby you can make long-term decisions while living in the UK because you know you've officially become a permanent resident. And I think that's what many of us are actually still looking out for. I'm hoping to get one day whereby you can then make more long-term decisions, knowing you're fully settled. And their decision to leave it on 5 years is just because they want people who come into the UK as immigrants to build house and have like a connection and according to the government words commitment to the United Kingdom, which I think most of us are doing. For example, so many of us have been able to buy a property. Many of us have lots of things going on that ties us back to the United Kingdom. But that PR settlement is a different ballgame entirely. It gives you more flexibility on the kind of job you can do. You can take up any kind of job, you can access any kind of benefit that comes with being a permanent resident in the UK. Anyway, so overseas health care workers are already exempt from the immigration surcharge of £1,035 per year levy on other visas. Some other countries like Canada offers accelerated or immediate settlement to attract foreign health staff. As I said, some people will argue that what about UK, Canada that is giving like permanent resident to healthcare workers? Why can't the UK do exactly the same thing? But I think we've had conversation about that just now. And for me, in my own opinion, I just think being healthcare workers, there are loads of benefit that comes with it. Most importantly, the financial part whereby you don't need to pay for IHS, which I think it's a good thing considering the nature of the work that is being done by healthcare workers in the UK. Trust me, it's a very tough work. I did it for 2 years, and I didn't do the major healthcare work at that time. I think I was more of working as a support worker, and I actually do expect people that work in care homes help the elderly. It's a whole lot of work and within the number of years might be a good thing. However, I think the financial benefit is really a whole lot, especially if you are got families. And with the new policies, makes it a little bit difficult to like bring in families. But yeah, that's a different conversation entirely. So in summary, anyway, the petition to reduce the number of years from 5 years to 2 years was rejected. But thinking of it, if it was actually accepted, it means that people who are coming to the UK as healthcare workers can then be on the visa for 2 years, even if they are able to bring in their family members. And after 2 years, when they get a permanent residence, they can then bring in their family members, which might have been a good thing. That should have probably made the health and care visa in the UK more attractive, knowing that, okay, your family is probably just going to sacrifice for 2 years for you to be here, work, get a permanent residence, and they can then join you on the permanent residence, the ILR, after 2 years. But now, many families have been subjected to having to be in the UK for 5 years without your family, and after 5 years, it's when you can actually now bring them in, which I think is a whole lot of time to be away from one's family. And yeah, I actually do wish the 2 years was approved. That would make it easier for families to be able to reunite after 2 years of getting a bro. Yeah, it was suggested by that Parliament anyways. And we're just hoping that other petitions have been pushed out there. I know there are quite a number of petitions. This petition was supposed since 2023, and they just made a decision in November 2024. But we're just hoping that another decision would be made on some of the petitions being pushed out there to help immigrants live better life in the United Kingdom. So if you have any question around the immigration policies, getting a professional job in the UK, please state all of those questions in the comment section. And if you're coming across my channel for the first time, do also hit on the subscribe button to join the amazing growing family. And my returning subscribers, you guys are the reason why I keep making these videos and posting all of the updates here on this channel. I really do appreciate you guys. So this will be the end of this video, and I will sure see you guys in my next video. Thank you.